Well, hello, everybody. My name is Strider Raven. I've been away for a while, recovering from a heart attack, but doing pretty well. Uh, so I've kind of parted ways with my old haunt, Panera, and won't be making any more videos with Sammy. I know some of you were used to that, and it was a lot of fun while it lasted. Wanted to make a long overdue video about our research with JFK over the years, and we do have a video, 33-minute video on Rumble. I think it's under Strider Raven's art videos. This video is sort of a follow-up to these JFK hearings and research. The committee in Congress, Anna Looney Tune Paulina, or whatever her name is I think is a waste of time. There's the only thing that's really come of the D class is this nation was behind it, and that's clear in the D class. But the hearings aren't going to really. They might exonerate Harvey Oswald. The issue is that there was a Harvey Oswald and a Lee Oswald, and I doubt seriously that's ever going to come to light. There is a phenomenal site, John Armstrong's Lee and Harvey, for those that are interested in doing that research. But the reason I believe that the hearings are a waste of time is that it's just there's so many nuances and layers to the JFK event on November 22nd, and it's like crazy on the internet that everyone thinks that a clone was taken out and not the real JFK. It's just mind-boggling how people have just the things that people believe. Like Derek Johnson says that it was all staged, and now it's like JFK is alive and all these old men, and they're showing pictures of people that don't even look like him. The whole JFK event is reached the theater of the absurd at this point. But I think I want to give a nod to Eric John Phelps' phenomenal work on that. Although he didn't get all the details right, everyone inside the limousine was involved, including Jackie. Jackie had a puppet with you know what in it, and you could see her hiding it behind his back afterwards. And the driver, the man next to him, the radio man, everyone, John Connolly was involved. Everybody inside the limo was involved, and this stuff will never come to light. On X, you can see a lot of people are posting about Jackie. You can start to see the truth is sifting out, that Jackie was actually not a woman, and she was highly involved. She was an operative, and so over the many years, I began in 1990. I found a book where E. Howard Hunt had an ear operation, and I believe one of the tramps, hobos, was E. Howard Hunt and not Chauncey Holt. But even today, there's a little hard to see. Maybe it could be one or the other. But my research began in 1990, so I would give a shout out. The best people I've ever seen were Eric John Phelps, John Armstrong, Foulmouth Jim Fetzer. Look at he did some good research on the when Lee Harvey Oswald, or actually in this case it was Harvey Oswald, was taken out in the police station, and then Jacob Rubenstein, Jack Ruby. Someone put a black cloth over his head right afterwards. The conspiracy runs deep, complex, and the nuances are many. But this video is basically to say that the congressional hearings are a waste of time. At best, they'll come up with maybe Harvey Oswald didn't do it, and the Warren report was flawed, and blah, blah, blah. The whole thing's a total waste of time. They waste 60 years a 10-year-old amateur detective could have solved the whole thing in a week with a little bit of research and work. So Eric John Phelps, John Armstrong, maybe Jim Fetzer, the Zapruder Film Symposium showed that it was all manipulated. The film parts were taken out. Yes, the limo did come to a stop. Frames were taken out, altered, the perspectives. So, you know, there's been some good research on the net. People are crediting money was the issue. No, it was a coup d'etat of the Khazarian mafia, as JFK said, the ruthless and monolithic conspiracy, and ruthless was an understatement. So this video is basically about the fact that I believe that JFK Jr. Should have been the one to come out and tell the truth. He is not going to reveal, I guess. You know, that's his choice. But my personal belief is that the real truth about the whole event will never really be told. Bits and pieces will. My research, we were able to get Abe Bolden pardoned. He has a presidential pardon. He was there that day as a Secret Service agent, falsely framed later, a couple years later. He was an agent for the government. And Marina Oswald is in a prison in Siberia. She'll most likely spend the rest of her life there. The sad part for me, two things that are probably the most sad, is the fact that Ruth Paine will, you know, walk away scot-free, and she was heavily involved, allegedly, and she was on the radar for many years, and some researchers did some good work on that. Probably the disappointment was JFK Jr. I kind of wanted to see him come out and tell the whole story, but I guess that's not to be. And so we look forward to maybe another Trump after Donald Trump finishes his term, or maybe he'll get another term after that. But I look now to plenty of Trumps in the White House, or our new Capitol, hopefully, as the White House, Washington, D.C. is cursed ground from all the crimes underground, and the whole city is just a cesspool, like the riots, the protests, the Doge protests the other day. But this video is basically to recap the fact that Anna Looney Tune Paulina, or whatever her name is way out of her league. She's not going to solve this. The researchers, one was pretty good. Oliver Stone, another Khazarian stooge like Anna. You know, the whole thing is, yeah, bits and pieces might come out, but I want future generations to know that I and a friend of mine, we put together, I think, the best video ever done, and it's got Bob Dylan doing the soundtrack. It's really fine, and then JFK's speech, and I believe it's on Rumble in 2 places, and I do post that from time to time on X. And it's kind of ironic that in the movie JFK, the mystery man X meets Jim Garrison at the Lincoln Memorial, and he goes, "Call me X," and a lot of the truth is now on social media X. I always found that to be kind of interesting. Maybe there's a little connection there, I don't know. But I wanted to say that the hearings are never really going to show that Jackie was involved, and there were a Harvey Oswald and a Lee Oswald, and I don't want to say the hearings are a complete waste of time, but I don't think the real truth, the truth of this, will never really be revealed. I tried to reach out by phone to Anna Looney Tune and James Comer and another congressman and got no reply. But I stand on my 35 years or 34 years of research that there was a Harvey Oswald and a Lee Oswald. Both were arrested at the theater, and everyone in the limousine was very, very involved on a serious level. And Clint Hill, I can say it now because he's passed away, but he was involved. He was mop-up team leader number 4, and I think he got a slap on the wrist. But I would say this at this point. I don't think JFK Jr. will ever reveal. It's my personal belief. I always thought that maybe he would come out and show the whole truth about everything. But I think sometimes after I sit back and I reflect on this, I almost sometimes wish that I had never touched the whole thing, because it was a real scar on America that has never truly been solved. Even Richard M. Hook, who showed all the details, and I post that a lot on X, that Jackie was involved. He never came to realization that there was a Harvey and a Lee Oswald. And I'm not sure what happened to the Lee Oswald. I believe they flew him out of the country. There was some indication that a plane came into Dallas, flew him out to the Midwest and then down to New Mexico, but I don't have a lot of confirmation on that. So it looks like he may have gotten away with his complicity too. So thank you all to my followers out there. I will be posting a lot of this information on X over the next months and years, because it's just been it was a big deal in my life. I was 5 years old, and I grew up to see America just sort of kind of cover it up, beat it around, look at it, and Jim Garrison did some pretty good research. He got pretty close to the truth. We didn't mention a few names like Guy Bannister in our video, but I think that the sad part for me is that I don't think the truth is ever really going to be known to the public. I do think it's available, but it's scattered in bits and pieces here and there. So as I conclude this video, I want to say that I think the congressional hearings are going to be a waste of time. Maybe Harvey will be exonerated. I would like to see that. They'll probably say the Warren report was flawed, but everyone on the Warren report was, backed by the Khazarians. And so there it is. I hope this video, I hope I don't get kicked off of YouTube, and maybe I will, but I wanted to say my 2 cents, get this out to the world so that future generations will know that somebody knew the truth and tried to teach it. But I don't think ever all the truth will be made public. I think parts of it will. So thank you, everybody. Thank you for all the people that were my loyal followers over the years. I'm on X as Strider Raven, and have a great day, everybody, and keep doing your research and reading, and don't settle for half truths on this JFK event commission with Congress. Have a great day. We'll see you later. Bye-bye.